Ba't naka-record, sir?
We gotta get a sample of your Band 7 performance. We gotta keep it for posterity. Okay. We have an interview with an unforgettable student of ours, Christian or Chan Razote. In the end, he scored a Band 7 from, remark from, what score was that, Chan? Band 6?
From 6.5 to
From
7.5.
6.5. Yeah, I'm forgetting. Oh my God. It was a 7.5. My God, man. Okay, Chan, how many IELTS did you take before? Previously?
I took it once, sir.
Okay. When was this?
And
Like
then,
a year ago?
yeah. Yes, sir.
That on your own?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so Christian is from Singapore. Singapore. Okay, and then how did you find out about me, Chan? About us.
One of my housemate before enrolled in your review center, sir. I think two of them.
Oh, really?
They are
Who are
in.
they?
They were in. They are in USA right now. What they?
Who are these
I
people?
forgot the name. Rose and Janice. They're from Singapore before as well. Then they were struggling with the IELTS also back then. Then they enrolled to you. Then um I asked for any review center. Then they told me that you're great. Junitor is so great that
Oh,
they pass. They pass the
I'm so
IELTS
happy
with a
and
B2.
embarrassed them. Okay, I gotta meet this Juni Torre, guys. I hear a lot about him. Yeah, like Juni Torre, wanna interview you. Oops, wait, that's me. Christian is the Janice girl.
Janice Villanueva.
Forgot her name already. Don't tell them I forgot. This is not a recording. Tell them thank you. The next time I'm gonna post your dream catcher post. There I see Janice Marie Ananza Villanueva from Singapore. Oh my God. And she was referred by Anne Cat Maringla. So Anne Cat is from Baguio. Okay. The Rose Anne, what's your last name? Oh,
Rose RA. Wait lang, sir. RA. Her Facebook
R.A.
is
Eraskin. Is it Eraskin?
I forgot the Facebook name.
Okay.
Rose.
Damn. So they're now in the US.
Yes, sir. Two of them.
Okay, they're doing good.
Sorry, sir.
They're doing good. What was the last time you heard from them?
Couple of months ago, because last February, they already flight from Singapore to US. They were.
Yeah, the reason we're interviewing Chan, we get a lot of 7.5, 8.5, but I really wanted to interview Christian because Christian is a sample of a person who talks slow but still scored that score. Damn, man. Okay, so for this interview, guys, we're gonna look back on all the questions that we received. We're just gonna run through it, and then the second part of the interview, I will ask him to sample. Okay, you're ready, Chan? You are now in the hot seat again. Okay. So for his part one questions, all of these were at the app. So what do you do at work? Oh, damn! How many times have I had this question? Christian must have been thinking to himself. And then what do you usually do when stuck in a traffic jam? Ah, that's in the app. And what was your first mobile phone? Ah, that's in the app. And how often do you use your mobile phone? Like every time. And then do you use your mobile phone for texting or calls? All of these were at the app. Do you like to draw? When was the last time you visited an art gallery or museum? And which do you prefer to visit, museum or art galleries? All of these questions were in the app. And then, so you had a lot of part one questions, right, Christian? Lots.
Yes, sir.
At this point, since because all the questions were so familiar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're feeling good.
Back then, sir.
Then, all right. And then for the part two, it was describe a person that you like to spend time with. Is this in the app, Christian? It
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then who did you mention? Your wife.
Sorry.
Who did you mention?
Yes, sir. But well, I plan to tell about this topic before. What I plan to
Mhm.
tell is because I have one person to think, like Manny Pacquiao. In all person that I need to take, like I group all the questions in every topic that would that has a similar um type of question. Then I would tell one person only, so that I could tell a lot of this person. But
So who was
during
this
the
person?
exam, I didn't, I, I thought of Manny Pacquiao before, but
Oh, okay.
during the examination, because of anxiety and the nerve wracking experience, I just told my wife. So that, anyway,
Right. On the fly. You just decided
yes.
to use your wife. Okay. How did that go? The part two.
Actually, it didn't cover all the bullet because I think I was really nervous at the time, and then
Mhm.
uh I just I just I just said an anecdote of a certain story. I mean, I told the examiner that um my wife has this adventure type of thing, and I love that. As a matter of fact, before the pandemic hits us, we went to Dubai to celebrate our wedding anniversary, and we had a whale of a time there because we managed to go to different beautiful places of Dubai, such as the Burj Khalifa. Even though it's just a makeup story, because we
Just
haven't
a made up
been
story.
we haven't been to Dubai. Because
Okay.
I couldn't think of any story anymore, or couldn't think of any story anymore on how to just to keep on speaking. Yeah. So I just waited the 2 minutes, and then after that she was smiling. So yeah, I thought that it was okay. So, but she scored me 6.5. I don't know.
Okay. Your examiner was Caucasian?
Yeah, sure. She's
Okay.
a British
Was
female,
she older?
mid 40s. I think
Mid
so, mid
40s.
40s.
Okay. All right. So it doesn't really follow, right? I mean, yeah, like for the past three markers, we've had a lot of them with, Caucasian Western examiners, and still, right? Doesn't really follow. They give you a better score. Anyway, and then, so that was good. And then the part three, were these in the app?
Um, I think
It was all
no,
about
sir.
relationships of.
Because relationship
Mhm.
of supervisor, company, and employee. Maybe a rephrase of some of the questions in the app, but uh, I didn't hear them when
Mhm.
when we're having our practice
Mhm.
at the time. So I just answered it. When the technique that I did was the strategy
Mhm.
that I did was, if I don't know the answer, I just make it
Mhm.
short, and then I will let her. I would just let her
Mhm.
to give me the follow up question,
Okay.
because they will, if they didn't get the answer um that you said, they will give you a follow up answer of, I mean, a follow up question of your
Question.
answer.
I see. Okay, so you kept it that way.
Yes, sir. Just I don't want to, because at that time I don't want to, I mean, talk a lot. Then
Yeah.
because the coherency, the coherency and the, yeah, the coherence. I don't want to salvage it because my grammar was not good, and up until now. So I don't want to salvage it. So I just salvage the grammar part.
Mhm. Okay, I think I gave that advice to Jane as well because she would tend to keep talking and then I would, yeah, yeah. I think that's a good tip, guys. You just keep it short and concise, come up with a topic sentence and a few elaborations, and that's it, right, Christian? Let the examiner just fill in the gap, right?
Yes, sir.
And then when you got your score, what made you decide? Your score was a 6.5. So what made you decide to go for a remark? What was your
Um,
rationale?
the rationale, because after the exam, I felt that um I I felt that I'm gonna pass the exam, and I
Passed it.
messaged immediately. Yeah, I immediately messaged Ma'am Leslie, and she couldn't believe that I got the 6.5. So
Okay.
I asked her opinion if I needed to I needed a remark for that exam. She told me that,
Mhm.
yeah, you should do the remark, but
Mhm.
while waiting for the result, we still need to practice so that we could have a plan B. So yeah, that's what we did, and I asked for a remark. In this on that same day as well, I asked for a remark.
I see. Yeah, I remember you were asking me, and then I was saying I
Yes,
need to see the
sir.
part three questions. Right? I remember exactly all of the part three questions.
I couldn't
Correct.
remember,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
I see. Okay. And then when I came back, tell me about that experience. Where were you?
That
What was your
the
reaction?
remarking, sir.
Yeah.
It was I, I couldn't explain the feeling, because um my wife and I decided to just go to the cemetery, because to just pay our respect for my
Oh yeah,
parents.
I know that story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
Then and then the suddenly the rain was like, um there was a heavy rain, so we couldn't get through the what do you call this, mausoleum, or what do you call that, the the anyway, that. And then because there's no there was no shade on that area, so we went to the shaded part of the cemetery. Then I got an email from British Council. Then they said that the I had the result already. So I asked my wife to just check the email, because I don't want to. I'm not expecting that I'm gonna pass that exam. So she she opened my email and the result, and there was a long message
Open
at the
for it.
end of that at the
Your
end of
wife
the
was the one who
paper.
opened.
Yeah, then um she got her 7.5. Like, she read a 7.5 thing. Then I immediately grabbed the phone from my wife, then read the whole text of the email. Then yeah, then from 6.5 to
Mhm.
7.5.
Okay.
So I was really happy, and then I immediately messaged you that
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got the result.
That day I was in Baguio at the time, and then everybody was messaging their remarking scores. So uh, I had to talk to you at the same time. I was so happy. Like Gladys also got her remark, and who else? There was somebody else I forgot. Anyway, all right. Congratulations, Chan. You are the
Thank you.
67.5 for the year. Okay, what's the date today? It's August 2. Okay, 16th. Okay, and
Mhm.
thanks to the bubbles, Jan. Darn those bubbles. They're really
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks to
Christian,
Mom Leslie
thanks to
and
Leslie. Leslie, by the way, Christian mentioned Leslie. Leslie is he's referring to Leslie Glotton, who scored 8.5. Uh-huh. She was the second 8.5 for the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 band 8s. Okay, and then we are not underestimating all those who scored the band 7. Okay, Christian, let's go through this quickly. I want people to get an idea that to score a 7.5, you don't need to be a fast talker. So this is gonna be short, Christian. I don't want a long interview. So for this first part, I would just like to ask you about your friends. Tell me about your friends. Are they mostly your age or are they of different ages?
I'd say in different ages because I choose my friends specifically those would give me a wider wisdom or knowledge about something because as I envision life, I would need an older people to inculcate me with the learnings that they have in life or with their experience.
Many older friends.
Sorry, sir.
You're telling me you have many older friends.
Yeah.
Okay. And usually see your friends.
Sorry, sir.
You usually see your friends.
At the moment, no, because I'm currently working as a registered nurse in Singapore, and a lot of my friends are nurses as well, and they are in different places in the world. So we're just messaging. We're just
Mhm.
using the social media platform in order for us to communicate.
To the time when you were last together. Do you remember that time? What did you do?
Um, the last time that I'm with them, I was with them.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
we're in we were in a certain coffee shop in Manila, specifically in Quezon City, and the good thing at that time was we were just envisioning ourselves that we were working as a nurse in our perspective country, and
Mm,
yeah,
really? Okay. Okay. That was way back. Okay. And
way back 2019 or 2018.
in what ways are your friends important to you?
Sorry, sir.
Your friends important to you?
The line is cutting.
Christian, in
Yes,
what
sir.
ways are your friends important to you?
Mm, they are significant with me because um, they help me in times of crisis. What I mean of crisis is that when I'm feeling down in the dumps and I need some advices from them, um, they they were there for me, and they could give me some ample knowledge so I could just go on with my life. And I think, yeah, that's my question. That's my answer for that question.
How long do you think you're gonna remain friends?
I'm not sure. Maybe at when we reach our old age, or up until we could remember ourselves. I mean, our each and everyone with each and everyone, because as a matter of fact, um, in the near future we could. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that when I could be friends with them as long as we're still in our right minds. I don't know how to answer that question.
All right, I understand what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'd like you to talk about the topic. And before you talk, you have a minute to prepare your answer. We just skipped the minute. We just entered the multiverse and now we're on the other side of the reality. And that minute has passed us by. I would like you to describe an interesting historic place.
Interesting
Christian,
place.
yeah, an interesting historic place.
Interesting
Ready, Chris?
historic place. Mm-hmm.
You're on the spot. Ready, Christian?
Mm-hmm.
We skipped the minute. We entered the multiverse, and we are now in the alternate reality. So that's what happened. So remember, you have 2 minutes for this. You ready, Christian?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Historic place. What it is, where it is located, what can you see there now, and why is this place interesting to you?
Okay. I don't know.
Starts now. Go.
Um, to be honest, I'm not an expert about history, and I couldn't think of any places. But one thing that crossed in my mind is that the Luneta Park in the Philippines, which is in the capital of, yeah, in my country, in Manila. And before, it was called Bagumbayan in colloquial words because I don't know what's the real meaning of that word, but it was an historic place because our national hero, Jose Rizal, was shot there during the Spanish colonial time because um, he was um, he was hailed as a traitor of our country before. Not so sure, but uh, he became a national hero on that reason. And another thing is that uh, after that momentous event, um, during the American period, it was renovated to a park and now called Luneto. And as a matter of fact, in the whole Philippines, the kilometer zero was um, placed there. So in any point of the places uh, in the Philippines, the kilometer zero is placed there. And I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but um, yeah. Another thing is that there was this so-called
And thank
avenues.
you. Okay. All right. That's okay, Christian.
Mas paano ko doon? Hindi ko alam kung ano sabi.
That's okay. It's just for fun. Okay. The kilometer zero. Okay. When was the last time you were in this historic place?
Uh, Back when I was in my college day, I accompanied my girlfriend back then to just visit the Lunetter Park because she wanted to go there have our date because we didn't have any money back then to go to any luxurious place back in Manila. So we just went to Luneta Park.
Christian, can you hear me? Okay. What a nice answer.
Yes,
Okay, that sounded like a song. Christian, that was a song. Anyway,
really? Sorry, hindi ko alam yun eh.
I think that was a Rico Puno song. Anyway.
Ay,
Okay,
naglalakad sa Luneta.
Wala kang pera. This is not how the IELTS exam goes. I love that part. Okay, so let's now jump to the part 3. Let's talk about historic places. How do people in your country feel about protecting historical buildings?
Um, we have this so-called National Historic Commission, and it was an agency of the government to, and they are the one who would preserve and maintain those ancient or old infrastructure that has an historic value that that so that in the near future we could preserve it, and the next generation would still see it and
Yeah,
experience those historical places.
Chen? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then, do you think an area can benefit from having an interesting historical place in it?
Definitely yes, because um, those historical places would be a tourist spot, and those local residents could put up some small scale businesses like souvenir shops, and with that they could earn a lot of money so that they could use with their living.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. And
Yes,
what do
sir.
you think is going to happen to historical places in the future?
um to be honest, I'm not so sure if the next generation would really maintain those places. Then it would be a good thing to the next generation for from them. But if um, the next uh, young ones would not think of the historical value and just um, would focus on the economy and businesses of our country, then they would probably uh, they would probably just demolish those places and just put up another building or some infrastructure that could benefit the country.
Christian, let's talk about teaching history in school. Just a few more questions, Christian. It's all over. How were you taught
Yes,
history
sir.
when you were at school?
Back when I was in my grade school, um, I have this. I had this teacher. I forgot his name, but he was really good about politics and history of the Philippines, and I was really amazed with how he taught us. That's why um, right now I am inclined with politics and history of the Philippines. And if you would ask me if I would, uh, I would, I mean, if you would ask me about an historic place, I could really give you an answer for that.
And Christian, are there any other ways that people can learn from history apart from at school?
Absolutely. I guess the social media platforms nowadays could give you a learnings about history, as long as um, the people or the young ones would filter the ones that would give them a right historical information. Otherwise, they will just picking up some historical information or data that's not credible enough.
And do you think history will still be an important school subject in the future?
I would say yes, because history would mean a lot in the future. Um, because we cannot move on with our future without knowing our what was our problem in the past. So by looking back in our past, and um, by learning with it, we could be a better country or be a better person in the near future.
It just came to me, Christian. Final question, a tough one. So, what do you think people mean when they say that you can't arrive at your destination unless you look back into your past? I think he just answered that. Anyway, go. I think he just answered
That's
that
an
question.
interesting question.
Uh-huh.
Um, Maybe I'll just speculate my answer with that, because I'm not an expert about the that um, proposition. But I would say that by just looking in the past and by learning with it, we could we could we can be able to um, straighten the straighten the problem that we have in the past, and we can tie down all the gaps that we made um, in in the past, and in the future, we cannot. I mean, by learning with our past, uh, we we will not we will not do it again, because uh, I'm not. I mean, I don't believe that history. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that by trying to looking in the past um, learning from it, we can be a better person or a country. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I who should apologize because you just answered the question and I just realized, oops, wait. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna stop the recording and I'll explain to you why he scored what he scored. Hold on. Stopping the recording.